Okay, this video is just going to be a quick go over of the specs of the CZ P10C 9mm. This is the suppressor ready model. They're just becoming available. Picked this one up yesterday. You open the box, you get everything you'd expect from CZ. Hard case, because of the lock. You got all your paperwork in here. I did take this out to the range today, and I do have to say, warranty card, that the shot pattern data chart here that they include for you was pretty accurate for what I had, or for what I was getting. They give you your warranty information and of course your user manual. And one thing I noticed in the user manual that I did not notice in some other CZ guns I've had is they give all the specs here as far as the weight of the gun, the length of everything, but it's all in metric. But hey, at least you got something, right? It's got everything in there that you'll need to know for the gun. So it also comes with two extra back straps. It comes with the small installed. Also has medium, large, and a couple Allen wrenches to get that pin out and replace it. Also comes with a mini cleaning kit there, as all CZs do. And it came with two magazines with 2-round extensions on there for a total of 17 rounds. I thought they would be shipping with one of these and then a flush fitting 15-rounder, but I was happy to find that it actually came with two mags with the 2-round extensions on there. I don't know if they're all shipping like that, but this one did. I didn't pre-order this or anything, just saw it came in stock somewhere and picked it up. These mags differ from the P07 magazines in that they've got cuts on the back up to 15, and they also have a slit near the top, and that is how they actually lock into this particular gun. Which when I take it apart, I'll try to remember to show you. But it's pretty solid design. Now the gun itself is as to be expected. It's got raised night sights, being the suppressor ready model. The barrel is threaded. It comes with a thread protector cap. I wish the suppressor head would fit on here and show that off too, but won't fit. But the threads here are standard 1/2x28, your standard pistol threads. The feel of the gun is, I think, identical to the P07. There's nothing overly different about it. I mean, it's still got the cuts in the rail or slide, just same as the P07. Same style trigger guard. I mean, same everything except it is striker fire. Now that being said, CZ has said that these guns will be compatible with P07 and Glock 19 holsters. I have to imagine that it is compatible with the P07, as it appears to be identical. I'll find that out tomorrow when I actually pick up my holsters I loaned out to a buddy. Glock 19 holsters, I'm not sure about. I did try it in a Glock 1722 model holster, and it did not fit in there. It was just simply too tight on the sides. Whether that's different for the Glock 19, I don't know, but just throwing that out there. The gun is completely ambidextrous. The magazine release is on both sides. It's not like a Glock where it can be switched out either or. It comes fully functional on both sides. same as the slide stop. One difference there you'll notice from the P07 is that it is much smaller and does not stick out nearly as far as it does on the P07, making it a bit harder to manipulate with one hand. Obviously you can still do it, but it is a little tough. You don't have a whole lot to grab onto there. Another note along those lines would be the mag release button is a little stiff, but not impossible to handle. And I did take this to the range today, and I noticed no issues getting magazines out whatsoever. And actually, the stiffness was not something I noticed while I was actually shooting. So pleasant surprise there. Obviously, was not an issue. Something I noted beforehand, but when I was actually using the gun, that was not an issue whatsoever. Another thing I noticed, well, a couple things I noticed while I was shooting. One, the texturing on the grip here is very aggressive. Now, you can probably wear that down, obviously, as you use the gun, but I noticed it was really aggressive and left some marks in my hand. Didn't hurt to the point where I couldn't shoot it, but I did notice it was quite a bit more aggressive than the P07. Granted, I do live in Michigan, and I will probably be wearing gloves most of the time when I shoot this anyways, so I don't see that as a downside. Plus, the aggressiveness, it did not hurt, but it kept the gun solid and snug. So much that when it recoiled, all that impact was coming straight back, as CZ is known for. They're known for great recoil management, and the P10 is no exception. There was no muzzle flip, as you'd expect in some other guns. Pretty much came straight back. The trigger on this thing is what everyone's talking about. It's got a very smooth take up with. It doesn't build at all. It's the same all the way back. And it hits that wall. Slight travel and then a crisp break. Now here's the thing. the reset point on this, right there, and that's full. It's a very short reset. It's very easy to make your follow-up shots. Something else I noticed while I was shooting, I had not noticed it before when I was just looking at the gun, but when I actually had it at the range, I had it loaded, I noticed that there's what appears to be a loaded chamber indicator that is on the side of the gun, here where the shell extractor is located. When there's a shell in the chamber, it pushes this out ever so slightly. If you're looking down from the top, there's a thin red line. I mean, it's very subtle, but it's obviously noticeable. I noticed it in the awesome lighting of an indoor range. Sarcasm there. In the dim light, I was able to notice it. So it's not impossible to see or you squint or anything. But looking down from the top, you can see a slight red line when this bullet in the tube. I did not know anything about that. I haven't heard anybody else mention anything about that. I did not read anything about that in the manual. Read most of the manual. But I thought that was really cool. It's not something that's going to snag. It doesn't stick out far enough to catch on anything or to be awkwardly noticeable. But for those who like a loaded chamber indicator, it's there and it's out of the way, but there where you need it. The sights on this, I noticed out of the box, they're metal, tallest sights. They're also night sights. The back here are green. The front is orange. The front post is orange in regular daylight. However, when you get it in the dark, it glows green from the tritium just the same as the back. So in the daylight, you got the orange front post, two white green dots in the back. but at night it's all green, or in the dark rather. I'm gonna go ahead here and take the gun down, show you how that process goes. Pretty standard for those with used to striker fire guns. One thing though is you do have to take the cap off, or the thread protector. It's got to come off the barrel to get the barrel out of the slide. And that's the extent of your field strip. I've not cleaned it since I went to the range, so there's a little bit of residue on it. But one thing I noted when I first opened the case, picked the gun up, was that it had oil coming out of like every crevice, every crack. There was just gun oil everywhere. Came that way from the factory, and I'm assuming CZ did that for, obviously, they have their reasons, but one thing to note was there was oil literally everywhere. Not causing an issue, just something to note. The barrel, this is cold hammer forged. It's supposed to be a really, really, really good barrel. And per the suppressor ready model, it will stick out. It's a little longer than the barrels on the regular P10s. Put it back together, just reverse the process you did a minute ago. Oh, actually, while I have it apart, almost forgot, the ambidextrousness of the gun itself just really goes to show CZ quality, in that unlike some makes and models that to make things ambidextrous, they just try to manipulate what they already have to make it work. CZ designs these things from the ground up to be ambidextrous. You see the mag catches in the back. It's all one unit. It's the same from either side. It doesn't catch on the one side, and then you have to work extra hard from the bar side of the gun to get it to release. None of that. Same with the magazine release. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that in there, but it's just a little catch right down there. Catches into your notch on the mag, and it moves the same from either side that you depress it. Pretty slick operation there. You're back in business. So that's really about it with the CZ P10C. There's a lot of videos out there on the P10C. I didn't find too many on the suppressor ready model. I will be posting another video about the same time as this. Just goes into a little different detail than this video. This video goes into a little more of the specs on it. I'd like to see some reviews by some of the more well-known YouTubers, but hey, for what it's worth, this gun is absolutely awesome. It shoots like a dream. Very, very, very almost identical, very similar to the P07. For those of you who have a P07, it feels the same, it looks the same, shoots the same. The trigger was very easy to get used to because I was used to the Omega trigger system in the P07. For CZ to pull that out on a striker fire handgun is absolutely amazing. It's really, really cool. It's definitely a good buy. CZ, I believe, has a winner here. This gun, I trust, will continue to impress. It was first impressions at the range were all positive. So with that, we will see you next time.